Fashion Forward and Samsung would like me to kind of set the stage of the design scene as we know it in Dubai, and the UAE, and the region. So I'll just give you some facts and figures. We had two reports recently, which were both supported by D3. So in the MENA Design Outlook and the MENA Design Education Outlook reports, we discovered that the MENA fashion market has, in recent years, significantly outpaced global industry growth. And this is by nearly 5 times since 2010. The projected upcoming growth is also very strong, with fashion in the region expected to continue growing to 2017 at a 6.1% and subsequently 7.5% in 2019. Once again, stronger than the global average. The UAE market in particular has been very active in the fashion industry, with Dubai now competing against London and Tokyo in terms of fashion retail sales. Because as you know, retail is such a big component of Dubai and the UAE. However, although the industry holds tremendous potential, our market across the region is still predominantly import-orientated one. So we're finding from the report that 80% of the demand in fashion in the MENA region is satisfied through imports instead of local production. And this is something where EPIC and other collaborations with Fashion Forward and D3 will help us change, inshallah. So while MENA fashion brands have emerged over the past decade, few have received the exposure needed to elevate them on an international level. And you'll see through DDFC's work in the next coming year that a lot of this will change. There's some key barriers that exist in the market at the moment to changing this equation that hopefully we can work together with all these partners to change and overcome. Challenges, you might be asking, and I'm sure a lot of the designers here, which I can spot, will know, are related really to manufacturing, production, education, and skill development, as well as affordable retail space for new brands and mentorship for emerging designers. So really, as DDFC, we're so pleased to be seeing Fashion Forward and Samsung creating something like EPIC, which will be designed to address specifically some of these issues and some of these challenges that we faced. And it's completely aligned to the DDFC mandate, which is fantastic. And our big thank you to Samsung, really. So I think they've been pioneers in the region in terms of understanding how technology works within the fashion sector and the design sector. And as they know, everything we do is about content. And this is key to Samsung, and I look forward to this relationship developing further. So thank you very much for supporting EPIC, and thank you also to D3, and we're very proud as DDFC to be endorsing EPIC and Fashion Forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Naz. Next, I'd like to call Ramzi Nakad to the stage, please, COO and co-founder of Fashion Forward Dubai.
So good morning. Thank you all for coming. I had to do the whole interview in Arabic, so this is super easy for me now. To be honest, when we were brainstorming with the team of where to do it, we realized that we don't see each other enough, and I thought it could be a great opportunity for us all to get together today in a more casual atmosphere in the main, to kind of just hang out, exchange ideas, chat before the season hits and before we all get back into the, into the craziness of Dubai. On behalf of myself and Bon, my partner, I would like to thank all our partners, everyone that has taken the time to come today and join us, to share with you EPIC, which is a new program that we're launching. Right, so the first thank you, there's a few thank yous always to do. So the first thank you really goes out to the council for their endorsement and their support. I love how the relationship is growing, day by day, week by week, season by season. From the beginning, they've given us a lot of support and a lot of guidance on how to perfect what we do. and we continue to do that, and hopefully together we can reach great potential. The other institution that I would like to thank is Samsung. You know, it kind of started off as a relationship a few months ago, and we were sitting around the table, and Samsung was sharing the amazing work that they do around the enablement arena globally, and we realized that it's time that they brought that expertise to the region. So together, we crafted EPIC, and I thank them for making it possible. D3, obviously, our partner, our strategic partner from season 1, who believed in the platform and what we did. And I'm so happy that we're seeing ourselves and D3 growing together, along with our designers, and we are always appreciative of all the support that they give us. So Fashion Forward is the definitive fashion platform for the region. It's on its 8th season. The next season is scheduled for October 20th to 23rd, and it will be in our new home, D3. Basically, the point of Fashion Forward from the very beginning is that we wanted it to be a developmental platform that will help benefit the growth of the design industry, fashion in particular, as well as help support the vision of the Fashion 2020 strategy by the Executive Office in positioning Dubai as a global hub. We really wanted, so when we looked at our relationship with the designers, we realized that our relationship kind of lasts 2 months a year, which is great, and it's a lot of work. But we realized that as the designers are growing, the relationship needs to extend beyond these 2 months. And that's where EPIC, the idea of EPIC came about. A calendar of events, a calendar of initiatives, purely focused on business development that will really help fill the gaps, as explained, highlighted by the MENA Design Outlook, in order to help the business development of these designers. So we realized that, you know, Fashion Forward does a great job in giving the visibility and exposure and network, but the relationship needs to extend. So EPIC is actually an acronym. It stands for EPIC, right? So EPIC, it's an empowerment program through industry collaboration. And we wanted to make sure that collaboration is in the title, because truly the success of this program relies on collaboration. And that's why it was very strategic, the people we invited to be with us today, right? Influencers, designers, government, corporate sponsors, partners. Because at the end of the day, I remember I attended a conference by Google, actually. It was very interesting because they said, if we look at every single country within the Middle East, the population is not strong enough to make it a very powerful market. But if you look at the Middle East as one market, which is 370 million population, it makes it a very, very influential region that is very, very strong and powerful with its diversity. And what's very interesting about the Middle East, just like the United States, who is only 300 million, is that we have a lot of commonalities between us. So whether Moroccans or Algerians or Lebanese or Emiratis, there's a lot of things that unite us, whether it's language or culture or values. So the more we see ourselves as one unit, the more I think we can accomplish great, we can reach great heights. And the good thing about initiatives, and the council and the initiatives that the council is driving is the ultimate goal is to unite all the things that are happening under one institution, one calendar, one effort, one force. I don't want to, I know there's so many of the politics going on in the United States, but Hillary Clinton, the stronger together, I think that's a good slogan to adopt, because we truly are stronger together in that sense. And therefore I feel that from the outside world, and because we have global intentions, at the end of the day, it's Fashion Forward or D3 or Dubai does not only have regional aspirations, we have global aspirations. And in order for us, so the globe, the way they look at us is they look at us as one unit. So they don't think, oh, what's this person doing or what's that in the Middle East. They think, what's the Middle East doing as a whole? So that's why, you know, if we put all our efforts together and all our resources, I think we can definitely reach by far, we can reach our objective, and we can reach that global aspiration that we truly deserve and that our designers deserve. So the key pillars of EPIC are education, exposure, commercial success, and partnerships. So under these five pillars, we also created 5 initiatives. The 5 initiatives are workshops, which I will explain later in the following slides. So workshops, influencer program. So a lot of influencers are actually in the room. And a lot of gratitude and thanks goes to them because they are actually contributing their time and their expertise free of charge in order to help support the designers. And that's a great show. So I think a big crowding applause to the designers for that sentiment and that initiative for deciding to do so. The other one is the scholarship program. We are also doing workshops. So we have the D3 Fashion Talks, which takes place twice a year. But we also decided that during Fashion Forward, a lot of the designers are busy doing their collections, so we felt workshops are more suitable, so that we give more hands-on experience or focus to the designers that are participating. As well as we're doing different retail pop-ups, and the first one will be done with Galerie Lafayette. And we're hoping to add more retailers across the region, whether in Saudi or Qatar or Kuwait, and many others. So, the team has prepared a video about EPIC, which explains it. So, let's watch it together and then we can talk more in detail about every initiative.
The design market is huge, with the MENA design market valued at over $72 billion and growing. For it to reach its full potential, certain gaps need to be addressed. According to the MENA Design Outlook, a report done by the DDFC in collaboration with Deloitte, EPIC, an empowerment program by Fashion Forward and enabled by Samsung, aims to help fill some of these gaps. EPIC fosters homegrown and regional designers by supporting them in collaboration with some of the world's largest brands, with a series of empowerment initiatives that contribute to the growth of the Middle East fashion ecosystem, tackling key business development challenges faced by regional fashion designers today. Workshops. EPIC has curated an array of industry workshops with leading educational institutes and Fortune 500 companies, discussing vitally important topics like social media, fashion production, and trend forecasting. Scholarships. EPIC's educational partners are offering scholarships to leading international design schools and world-class educational opportunities to regional talent. Product placement. EPIC brokers exposure. Deals with influencers will promote designers' work across social media, print and television with brands they love. Retail pop-ups. When it comes to sales, EPIC's curated collaborations with leading retailers. EPIC offers a series of pop-ups, brick and mortar and online, at some of the most prestigious and popular locations. Showrooms. Additionally, EPIC will be offering seasonal showrooms in cities like Paris and Dubai, and inviting the world's leading buyers and media, propelling regional designers into international spotlight. An empowerment program through industry collaboration? That's EPIC.
So more in detail, basically the program will be kicking off in September. So the first initiative, I mean, there will be many initiatives that will be rolled out. The first one being the scholarship, which we'll announce. And the USB, there's a whole application process, etc. But one of the key highlights that we wanted to talk about is the showroom. We're going to be doing our first showroom in Paris this year. So we're continuing our Dubai showroom. But what we realized is, basically the buying week happens primarily in Paris. So for developing platforms like ourselves and other cities in Istanbul, etc., we happen outside the calendar. So what we decided is that we will continue pushing Dubai as a destination for buying. So we will continue our Dubai showroom, which will happen in October at D3. but we will also take we will take up to 15 designers, which will be selected by the buyers that we brought last season from Paris, to select the ones that they feel are ready in order to be showcased. And our hope, I was just talking to David from Gulf News, our hope is really eventually to gather all these efforts of all the Middle Eastern designer under one showroom. So that way it's like a one-stop shop. So instead of each designer having to do something on their own, eventually they will have one showroom to participate in Paris. And then obviously with the, that is supported by D3 and supported by DDFC and supported by Samsung, we'll make sure that we will have the right buyers attend, the right media attend, and the right influencers attend for the maximum output. The showroom will happen in the Marais from the 30th until the 5th of October. So anyone who's in Paris, you're more than welcome to come, and we hope to see you there. The other initiative is the pop-up. So Galerie Lafayette is something we started with a few seasons ago, but now we're hoping to grow on that opportunity. So the showroom, the pop-up retail will happen in Galerie Lafayette, Dubai Mall, which is the most visited mall in the world. Again, the buyers of Galerie Lafayette have selected the designers that will be retailing there. We're in conversation with other retailers across the region, and we're hoping that in the next couple of months we will announce more and more pop-ups. At least 1 to 2 more retail pop-ups will take place. But we're looking at cities like Abu Dhabi, we're looking at cities like Riyadh, we're looking at cities like Doha. So outside the Dubai, in order to take our designers to their regions where there's a big consumer consumption. The Almost Academy, a partner that has been with us from the beginning, they've offered a scholarship for a master's degree. So basically, again, with their alumni and along with Samsung, we will be selecting one designer per season that will go to Milan to do a 2-month course, a master's course. And then obviously he or she will be coming back to Dubai the season following, and will be sharing their learnings with us during the D3 Fashion Talks. We're in conversation with other academic institutions, which D3 is trying to put us in touch with, so we can add to that scholarship program with other institutions across the world. Workshops is something very interesting that we're quite excited about. Again, like I said, we do D3 Fashion Talks, but the workshops will be more hands-on. We have 3 from between September until December. Each one will happen the first week of every month. So first of October, first week of October, first week of November, first week of December. And we're dealing with different topics, not necessarily design related, but things that will help impact the business of the participating designers. The first one will be about runway looks, optimizing catwalk experience. We're going to be looking at the designers that are participating in Season 8. They will have a consultancy session, with the experts that we will engage with, whether from hair or makeup or editors, etc. And they will give them feedback about their collections that will be showcased at Season 8. The second one is buying behavior and trends. We're very fortunate to sign up with WGSN, which is a global trend forecasting company who will be helping us curating that specific workshop. And we're looking at new trends, whether it's e-commerce or m-commerce or social commerce, and other buying trends that are taking place, so that we can empower the designers with that kind of knowledge. And then in December, we're looking at Fashion Goes Social. So maximizing digital presence. And this is something that we're advocating with Samsung in collaboration with their partners and our partners. So we're in talks with the likes of Google and Twitter and Facebook, who we're hoping to confirm, to tell us, so we can learn more about how designers can optimize the search engine and how they can utilize the different social media platforms for maximum output, visibility, and commercial. So product placement, I mentioned it. Influencers, we have an influencer program which will be rolled out as of September. It's kind of like adopt a designer. So every influencer will be adopting a number of designers which they will feel very close to. And in the next 3-4 months, they will be giving them exposure, feedback, and visibility across their social networks. And lastly, before I hand over, I truly want to thank the team, Fashion Forward team. Every day, I'm astonished and grateful for the fantastic talent that they bring to the table and the hard work, and all the heart. The Portsmouth group as well, our extended team for all their effort. And finally, our designers, who I think we're all rooting for. Our whole future depends on the success of these designers. They are the ones who are going to change perceptions of the Middle East globally. They are the ones who are going to be creating jobs, employment opportunities. They're the ones who are going to be impacting the GDP. They're the ones who are going to be they're the ones who are going to change the mindset of consumers in the Middle East to stop buying, buy less imported products and buy more local products. And they are the ones who are going to ensure that Fashion Forward stays alive and continues to grow season after season. So thank you very much for everyone, and thank you to the team and all our partners.
Thank you, Ramzi.